For those of you new here, my name is Katie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full-time. I love makeup and skincare. I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best, and I have the tools and the resources to help you get there. And I've been getting some requests to share some powder foundation. So this one is from L'Oreal. It's the Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. I'm going to be applying the shade 315. It's Natural Buff. So we'll see how that looks. I am going to start out applying my Touch Glorious Face Primer. This is great at really helping to fill in my fine lines and wrinkles and hold my makeup in place all day long. This is from Younique. And anytime I try a new foundation, whether it's liquid or powder or whatever, this is one of my favorite primers that I feel like allows my makeup to wear the best. So I love to start with this underneath any of my foundation products. I just kind of massage it into the skin. And then what I like to do is I like to let that set for about 5 minutes or so before I go in with my foundation. So stay tuned and I will be right back. Let's get into this. Let's open this up. And I was taking a look at the website. There are about 16 different shades that you can pick for this foundation. You can get it on L'Oreal's website. There's also, they carry it in quite a few stores. I'm going to try to pop this open without breaking my nails. Look at this. There we go. Perfect. All right. So there is a little applicator on the bottom with a mirror that you can use. I like to use a brush. The applicator is great for like touch-ups, but not for the initial application, in my personal opinion. All right. And what this says is that this is designed for mature skin. It's infused with ceramide, antioxidant complex, and minerals, and does not cake. It instantly upon application, lines, pores, and dark spots appear blurred, leaving the skin with a satin, shine-free look. So it's not necessarily matte, but it is satin. All right. And then it says you can let's see, provides buildable, well then it says it provides buildable coverage with a matte finish. So I don't know. To me, satin and matte are two different things. So I'm just taking this and I'm sweeping it all over the face with my Younique powder concealer brush. All right. And I'm just taking that powder, pressing it in. Let me try to press it versus buff it. I'm going to press it into the skin. The color seems pretty good. Coverage I'm not seeing just yet, but it may be because of the way that I am applying it. The color might be a little light. Like I said, there are 16 different shades to choose from. All the ingredients that are in this product are listed on the website. And let me try this. I'm going to go in with my Younique Kabuki brush, and I'm going to see if that gets me a little bit of a different application. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to use that and press that into the skin. This will be a good test though to see how buildable that coverage really is, because I'm somebody that likes a little bit more full coverage. Sometimes depending on the powder, it's going to take a little bit more product. And typically when you really start building on the product, the building part can be tricky. It may not always look the best. And then the other thing is then it can start to look cakey. So I'm going to take it down the neck, make sure I don't have any dried up makeup lines. And again, just the Kabuki brush seems to be giving me a little bit more coverage. If I wanted to just kind of set whatever liquid foundation I used, I would use the powder concealer brush. If I'm using just the powder foundation as my main foundation, I'm going to really want, for me personally, a little bit more coverage. So let's get my handy dandy mirror out here and kind of take a look at that. Yeah, sure enough, it looks pretty cakey underneath the eyes. So that's where a little bit is going to go a long way. For underneath the eyes, I would maybe recommend using a concealer and setting that, and then not putting this powder specifically underneath the eyes, but more along a dusting on the face. Over here on this side of the face, it looks good. Over here, for some reason, it just looks kind of cakey. And again, it may be because I put on so much of that product to try to really get a little bit more coverage. So I would say with this product, So far, my impression is it builds okay. It's best if you're looking for light to maybe medium coverage, not necessarily a full coverage powder. So let me come back and let you know how it is wearing throughout the day. So stay tuned. Okay, so yesterday I had a very busy, active day. I got pretty sweaty and gross. The foundation had pretty much come off by the end of the day, but it was like, end of the day was late last night, you all. It was not my typical normal day. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going in with my Touch Glorious Face Primer. I'm going to go in with a liquid foundation, and I'm going to put the pressed powder on top, and I'm going to see how that does. So that way I can really give you like a well-rounded opinion on this foundation, this Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. So let's go ahead, let this dry for about 5 minutes or so onto the skin, and then I will go in with the liquid foundation and the pressed powder. I'll be right back. One of my other products that I like to use, you actually can't get this anymore, it's the Younique Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation. Anytime I'm trying a new primer, this is the foundation that I always use. So it's a good baseline between the Younique Touch Glorious Face Primer and then this foundation. I love the way that it wears on my skin, and so anytime I'm trying something new, whether it's primer or foundation, these are the products that I use as my constant to really tell me whether or not I'm gonna like the way that something wears on my skin, because more times than not I'm gonna use this primer if I'm using a new foundation, and I'm going to use this foundation if I'm using a new primer. So I'm just taking this, blending it out on the skin, and like I said, it's not available anymore. They replaced it with a serum foundation, which is really nice as well. I just love the matte look of this particular foundation. This is probably the most matte foundation that they have, and I really like it. I'm so sad that it's gone, but I stocked up on a bunch of bottles before it retired, so I am good to go. All right, so let's go in now with the pressed powder. And as I shared yesterday, anytime that I am using this more as like just to add additional coverage, I'm going to use, helps if I have the right, I almost use bronzer all over my face. I use my Younique powder concealer brush. All right, so I'm gonna pop that open. I'm gonna press into this foundation, and I'm gonna just press it into the skin on top of that foundation. Again, so this can just really give me a better sense of how this product does, if it's better on its own or if it's better on top of another foundation, like a liquid that's going to give you a little bit more coverage, and this is just kind of the icing on the cake. I don't really take a ton of pressed powder underneath my eyes now as I'm getting older. I find that it just really exaggerates my fine lines and wrinkles, and even though they say that this foundation is good for mature skin, I did feel like yesterday it looked a little crepey underneath the eye, so I'm not going to put a ton of powder right underneath the eye. Whatever was just left on the brush, I just kind of dusted it there. So I will come back later and let you know how this foundation is wearing throughout the day, so stay tuned. I'm back. It's the end of the day, and I will tell you, I have been getting outside, enjoying this beautiful weather that we are having right now in Indiana, especially today. It was 70 something and sunny. It was fabulous. You can see the foundation is a little shiny. It may be because the setting product that I used today does have a little bit more of a dewy finish, but overall the product is wearing okay. I think that if I were to use this product regularly, I would mainly use it as just a little bit of powder on top of a foundation that I'm wearing. I would not wear it on its own because I think too much and it does get a little creasy around the eyes. So if you have a little bit more of a mature look, I think that I would steer away from this product. But if you're looking for something that's gonna just give you a little bit extra coverage, maybe a little bit more of a satin finish than a matte finish, this is a great option for you. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you like these types of videos where I go in depth with a single product, wear it a couple of different times and come back and give you my feedback, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, share this with your friends, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.